Here are the instructions for your English 3 performance-based assessment project. You are now ready to start the discovery process for your research project. You're going to make sure that you choose a cause that you really want to bring awareness to the class. It needs to be a topic that you give a call to action so that your audience can actually do whatever actions you think are necessary to make our society better. The information you find will be used in your ThingLink project. You need to make sure that you keep good notes that you will possibly use for your project. Your project will be broken down by the following categories. There's the main image. This image will be the launching visual that your audience will see when you present the cause you've chosen. I'm now going to click on the homelessness ThingLink to give you an example. Here is my ThingLink that I came up with for how I want to change the world. The topic that I focused on was homelessness. Notice this is my main image, and I want it to grab my audience's attention so that they would actually want to view all the information that I present to them. Here on the right hand side would be the Alicia Keys ThingLink, where it focuses on her song We Are Here. These are some questions to consider. What societal problems does Alicia Keys bring up? What call to action does she give her audience? Remember to include these things in your project. I also use the Kid President's 3 questions that can change the world because we are in the process of figuring out what issues do we want to address? Why are they important? How can we make the change? And then lastly, this is the Jay-Z Holy Grail clip that I wanted to use as a launching point to get you used to working with your group mates. Now, some things that you need to make sure that you include in your project beyond the ThingLink would be your explanation of what your issue is. You need to make sure that you define what the issue is, explain who is affected by your issue, explain how your issue affects members of our society, explain when the issue occurs, and where does the issue occur. Here would be the Google Doc format to help you do this. Notice your visual product would be the ThingLink. It says your ThingLink will have a main image, at least one form of digital media that represent what your issue is, at least one form of media that will represent why your issue is important, and any extra features that you want to use to show your creativity. Your main document will have your explanation of what your issue is, your explanation of why your issue is important, your reflection of your process and your evaluation of how you did, and the synthesis of ideas and call to action. Here is an outline that you can use. ThingLink, explain what the issue is, explain why the issue is important, synthesis of ideas, and reflection in your evaluation of your process. Now, your digital media explanation of why your issue is important should include the following. Explain the effects on people directly affected by the issue. Explain what may happen if this issue is not addressed. Then there's synthesis of ideas. You're going to give a call to action. So you're going to give the action steps your audience can take to help change the issue you address. Specify what each audience member can do depending on if you address more than one type of audience, such as teenagers, adults, U.S. citizens, and global citizens. Then there's a reflection evaluation of your process. Explain why you chose the clips you did, why you chose the images you did, explain how you feel you did on this project, and give yourself a grade. 3, did you exceed standard? 2, did you meet standard? Or 1, do you need to do better for next time? Explain why you would give the grade that you would, and reference actual tasks and things that you did to feel that supports the grade you gave yourself. Here's how you'll be evaluated. I'm going to focus on the accomplished because I think that everyone can be an accomplished student. We're going to focus on the explanation of evidence. Evidence is thoroughly explained using meaningful analysis that clearly connects to your topic, sentence, and claim. Ideas are analytical, appropriate, and logical. Synthesis. Meaningful connections are made between 2 or more works in which new knowledge is created from existing knowledge. Information is combined in a way that clearly develops a unique perspective. Style. Establish and maintain a formal style and objective tone while using precise language and audience-appropriate vocabulary. And lastly, coherent. Uses varied syntax to create unity at the sentence, paragraph, and argument level. Essay transitions logically and has organized, complex ideas that build on preceding ideas. Now, this part will be a little bit different because this is not necessarily an essay, but the way that you transition from each of your main ideas, such as the explanation of what your issue is, why your issue is important, and your call to action are still very important. This concludes the instructions for your performance-based assessment. Good luck.